Thank you for waking up with a happy ass, where we come together, go in mind, body, and spirit, so we can in turn go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. Okay, so this whole week we're going to talk about affirmations, visualizations, and things like that. But the one truth that I think people have missed in doing affirmations and things like that, they're not this hokey thing where you just say them and you put no action behind them. They're really not. You know, I love John Acuff, and I'm going to talk a lot about one of his podcasts in just a minute. But he has the book Soundtracks, which I highly recommend you read. Because there's a difference between true affirmations of trying to affirm something you want to accomplish and soundtracks. Soundtracks are the kind of the things we say to ourselves over and over and over, and then we start to believe them. And there's good and bad news about that. The good news is we'll start to believe those things we say about ourselves that are good and true and wonderful and lovely. But we will also believe the things that aren't so true and lovely and wonderful if we keep repeating them. So the thing with visualizations, the thing with affirmations is it's got to be something you work for. It's not this just one and done thing that you say every day and then you become it. Case in point, one of my affirmations is, I have a great relationship with my kids and my grands. Well, guess what? I'm convicted of that, because one of the things I said I was going to do is write regular letters to Jack. Well, I haven't been doing that. I do call him, but regular letters was what I was going to do. So I've got to get back on that. And spending time with them. I can't just say it and not put any action behind it. So what I want to talk to you about today, in the brief time we have together, since I started a little late, is that the law of reaping and sowing. The law of reaping and sowing. And it's called the law of the harvest, actually. And y'all, it is so true. It is so true. And, you know, the law of the harvest only has one tenet, and that's you reap what you sow. You know, in the Bible, it talks about, you know, a farmer is not going to plant one thing and expect another. You're certainly not going to plant something and then expect something to come up. That's like me in my thing about my grands. I have a great relationship with my kids and my grands. If I'm not spending time with them, I'm not fostering that relationship, then I don't care how many times I say that, it's not going to happen because I've put no action behind it. And so we're going to really be talking about how to do that this week with visualizations and affirmations. But first, let's talk about the law of the harvest. Okay, so I love it this is strictly from John Acuff's podcast that I just listened to, and it's wonderful. He said, the law of the harvest is kind of like the law of gravity. It works whether you believe in it or not. It really does. I mean, you know, I don't care if you get up and say, I don't believe in gravity. Guess what? Gravity is there. The law of the harvest is something that is real and it works. I love this when it says, law of the harvest, like gravity, is relentless, consistent, and dependable. I like that. Relentless, consistent, and dependable. Okay? And this is what I love. I love that I love this statement too. It says, it has a promise, and it's a promise it makes to all of us. And that is, you will either enjoy the rewards of your decisions you've made or suffer the consequences of the mistakes you chose. And I'm going to read that again. That's fire. The promise is, you'll either enjoy the rewards of the decisions you made or suffer the consequences of the mistakes you chose. Personally, I've done a lot of those. It talks about, too, when I demand a harvest that I have not planted, I'm entitled. Ooh, that stings to me. When I demand a harvest I have not planted, then I'm entitled. Yikes. Have you ever done that before? I have. I have done that, for sure. The other one is, when I dream of rewards that I will not work for, I am foolish. When I dream of rewards that I have no desire to work for, like for me, that book has sat in my corner for years. That book, 3 books that I'm working on, just sitting there. I am never going to reap the benefits of that reward until I pick it up and start it again. I keep on doing every single thing that I can. So I'm definitely reaping what I'm sowing, and that is not a book, for sure. And the other one I love, it says, when I plant today, this is me, y'all. This is absolutely me, and I do it in a lot of areas of my life. When I plant today and I expect results tomorrow, I am impatient. Dang. I had gotten really lax about my fitness journey. Now I still counted my macros and something like that, but I had many days when I went off course and I didn't pay attention to it. So I decided, okay, I'm getting back on track. I am back on track. Well, I expected, it was silly, and really, I know in my smartest part of my brain I didn't, but I started doing the right things again. I started counting my macros, not eating junk at all, doing all the things. And I expected to get on that scale, and I expected to see a number that I wanted, that I worked for ages ago. Guess what? It ain't happening, because I can't dream of something that I haven't put in the work for, and I sure can't expect results overnight. Absolutely not overnight. So, y'all, I have so much more I want to talk to you about that. But since I kind of got on here late, we will finish that tomorrow. We'll talk about visualizations, affirmations, and how to make them real for you and how to put the work behind them. But I'm going to share one more thing to you that I read today that I thought was so cool. And it's so funny how it talks about in all the books. I mean, this is not just the Bible. This is in all the faiths talk about reaping what you sow. They talk about the harvest that you plant. I love this. And it says, when I work the small plot of land I have, I get to have the rewards. When I work the small plant of land I have. Y'all, I want to work the small plot of land I have. And how about you? And y'all, I'm sorry this was so disjointed because I got on here and had all these things in my head to say. And I hope some of it made sense. If it didn't, y'all will forgive me because we got tomorrow. And this is one of those days where I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm not going to watch this one back. I do that sometimes when I think I've messed up. I don't watch it back. Y'all, I love you with all my mind, heart, soul, and body. And I hope you have the most precious, most delightful of days. And I hope you choose to plant what you want to reap. And I hope you're not impatient like I am sometimes. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.